In recent years, the number of international students as well as the immigrated in Australia has gradually increased. International students in Australia has grew by 50% year on year. International education contributes $8 billion annually to New South Wales. Is UTS study experience really helpful for them? What kind of the problems does the student face? Professor Peter Ferry, a journalist who is in UTS, accept an interview with reporter. If in your tutorials you feel like such a student didn't engage a conversation, and what will you do? Will you call the student name, ask his opinion, or just keep going?
Good question. My first response is usually to ask if they are okay.
Yeah.
And then ask for their opinion on something. But if they are struggling, scared, embarrassed, I do not press because I do not wish to embarrass the student in front of other people. I understand that there are cultural differences, and I understand that there are understandings and comprehension changes. I do think, though, it's important that the student does the work. I know Chinese is constructed differently than English. It's so different, and I understand that. So I always think that it's students who come here from China are doing a really brave thing, a good thing for them. I think I respect what their choices are. No, I don't think there are stereotypes. So there is a system of IELTS, as you know, and we at the university side, at this side of the equation, trust the IELTS, right? And so if a student says that if the IELTS tell us that they have this level of ability, we do expect them to have that level of ability.
The reporter also interviewed an international student, Noima, who studied in UTS. She told reporters that the notable degree of inconvenience in language. When you are communicating with your classmate in your tutorial, will you feel uncomfortable in language?
Of course, it's really obvious. Sometimes I feel like even if I prepare for 5 or 6 hours for one single topic before the tutorial, I still found it's really hard to express my ideas during the tutorial, especially in front of those local classmates.
Yeah.
Some of them, even if they don't read anything before the tutorial, even if they didn't prepare for the tutorial at all, they still have much to say for the topic, and they speak really quickly, and I really found it's really hard to follow, and it's really hard to cut in their sentences and express my ideas. I think there might have some stereotype thinking, especially from the perspective of my local classmates. During tutorials, sometimes they tend to ignore us. Maybe they assume our international student cannot properly express our ideas, or they just think we will speak something very slow, and they don't have such patience to wait until us finish our ideas. And they tend to just talk to each other. In my personal experience, I have no choice but to talk with my other Chinese friends, so we can understand each other very clearly, and we can finish the group work very effectively.
Do you think there are some stereotypes thinking toward international students with respect to their study ability?
Yeah, there are a couple of stereotypes about international students. One is that they study very hard. That's not a bad thing, right? The other one is that they may not mix well with the local students. And I think that's something that people are trying to support more and more. So we have students coming here, we talk to them a lot about how to work in a group and work in a team. Yeah. So I think we do need to work with that in that area a bit more, probably.